My name is Deborah Brown. I'm a painter, and I work with a whole variety of materials, two-dimensional materials, Conte crayon, watercolor, and oil on canvas. I work largely from photographs and from things in different media outlets that I've observed because I'm interested in ecological subjects and in how we relate to nature as our landscape is being encroached upon by industrial processes and development, things like that. I have a studio in Bushwick, and I think being away from Manhattan has given me this kind of fascination for the New York City landscape. Maybe it's just being in an outer borough. And so I started to see this theme of animals in constructed human habitats from the perspective of a New Yorker. I got interested in all kinds of iconic images that are in our landscape as New Yorkers, like the bridges, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Bayonne Bridge, the Pulaski Bridge, the East Side, Con Edison Towers, and then the World's Fair artifacts, especially the World's Fair artifacts. And I think as someone who grew up in that generation, the World's Fair was a big event in my very young life. I remember being captivated by those images, the Unisphere, the New York State Pavilion, which were the Philip Johnson designed towers, and most of all, Dinoland, which was the Sinclair Oil Company exhibit. I found archival photographs that people had put on the internet of their vacation trip to the World's Fair in the early 60s. I used those as the basis of my images, combining those iconographic architectural elements with animals that I imagined might populate those landscapes either now or a future time. So in a way, the artifacts of the World's Fair are kind of a reference to our grand building schemes representing optimism and belief in human progress. In the watercolors and drawings, the mark-making activity is really its own reward. It's kind of the marks equal elements in the landscape, and they're much more abstract that way. I think that the day-to-day activity of painting is really its own reward. It's being able to do whatever you want to do every day. It doesn't always come out the way you want it, but you always have the chance to make something wonderful, and I love that idea.